Hi, my name is Paul Hubel. I'm a longtime private investigator. I'm also a former Chicago police officer. I've got 4 decades of experience behind me, and I think that what I say has some value, but I'll leave that up to you. All right, let's talk about stolen guns, burglars, and guns. Burglars steal guns, thousands of them every year. What do they do with the guns? Well, they take them and they use them in new crimes and in homicides. People die because burglars steal guns from law-abiding citizens. Well, wait a minute. What are we doing to stop this? Well, the politicians, they think if there's less guns, if people can't own guns, they violate citizens' rights, that somehow that's going to stop it. Their solutions are almost comical. One of their solutions is the gun buyback program. They offer money to sell guns, to buy guns from people who no longer need them. Maybe the man of the house has died and the wife wants to get rid of them, so she'll take them in instead of taking them to a gun dealer. Well, if she took them to a gun dealer, they would just wind up back in with the gun dealer, but instead we're enriching the manufacturers because they're just making more guns. These guns that are bought back, it's a joke, and the taxpayers are paying for it. All right, let's talk about a real solution, not this namby-pamby, disingenuous crap. The FBI long ago created what we call the National Crime Information Center, NCIC. And what that outfit does is it keeps records of all stolen goods, including firearms. Now, one of the stupidest things that the FBI ever did was they made that list absolutely confidential. So if I want to find out if someone has a stolen gun, I don't really have a way of running the serial number to see if it's stolen. Well, wait a minute. Gun dealers are buying guns from people every day. And you think that they could look at the serial number, they could run it on a computer, and then if it's stolen, they could call the cops and that gun will get reunited with the owner. Is that what they do? No, because the records are secret. So what they could do with that money on the buybacks, it would make much more sense, the thousands and thousands of wasted dollars, is they could give the gun shops, let's say a $200 reward for leading to the recovery of a stolen gun. Now, how simple is that? That's very simple. What is the real purpose of keeping those numbers confidential? There is no decent investigative reason that I could ever begin to think of, and I've thought about this a lot. So what we need to do is we need to make the NCIC list of stolen guns an absolute public record, period. Let anyone log on to it. If they see a stolen gun, they can call the cops, they can get a reward for turning in that stolen gun and reporting whoever had it. Finally, burglars steal guns out of glove compartments of cars. They steal them out of nightstands next to beds. Why are those guns there to begin with? Well, would it surprise you if I told you that it's because the government is violating your right to conceal your weapon on your person? You're pretty safe in your home. Do you really need that gun in your home as much as you need it when you're out shopping at night? You know, you work all day, and in the evening you have to go out and buy groceries and be in these dark parking lots. But in the gun-free zones, you want to see a movie, you got to leave your gun at home. Wait a minute. Well, you're leaving your gun at home or you're leaving it in your car. What are you doing? You're giving more guns to burglars to steal and then use in greater crimes. So I hope that I've given you a couple of ideas, simple solutions, but you have got to make your politician understand this. And you'll never get Hillary Clinton or Barack Obama on the same page with any common sense solutions. The only thing they know how to do is violate your rights. Thank you. My name is Paul Hubel.